Hey traders, TG Watkins here. It is April 29th when I'm recording this. We are almost to the end of the month, and tomorrow, Wednesday, we have some econ data. We have GDP coming out. We also have PCE coming out, and then after the close, we have Microsoft and Meta as far as earnings go, and then following day, we have Apple and Amazon as far as earnings go. So it could be a little bit of a bumpy ride, or it could be explosive. We are seeing some names, well, basically what I'm looking at is, we've been up. I think we've made a bottom. I've been saying this for a while. Basically, I think that's the low, and we're going to be moving up. The little nuances as far as how we're going to move up is what's kind of getting me. Today was a little bit stronger of a day than I was expecting, but I am still leaving open the possibility that we could pull back into something like this. So let me just put it out there that if because of either the economic data that we get or of the earnings that we get, we could either pull back into this area, or you know what, I guess we could just keep going higher. Either of these are going to be possible because there are, basically when you get earnings like this, anything can happen. For example, we look at Google. Now, granted, it did pull back, but you can see it was going up in an uptrend and then jumped up. That's a possibility. You can look at Netflix, and we can look at this one, and you can see here, it jumped up and kept going. So we had earnings, and then it just kept going. Now, there are situations like this where I'm looking at Netflix, I'm looking at Palantir, I'm looking at a lot of names. We have been now up 5 days, 6 days in a row, basically since last Tuesday. And I just feel like we're kind of due for a pullback, but maybe the market just needs to consolidate. That's kind of where I'm at. Maybe it needs to go sideways a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what's going to happen because I have my preferences. I'd love to see a pullback in order to test support and then have the market go up from there. But given that we have these earnings and we have some econ data, it's really kind of hard to tell what's going to be happening out there. In fact, if you look at CRWD, not crowd, the leverage ETF, if you look at this, things like this, that they are fantastic. We're really getting some nice moves up here, and they can keep going, but I'd really prefer some sort of pullback either into the hourly 50 or just something like that, or something to digest this a little bit, because otherwise I feel like we're going to kind of run away and get a little bit overheated, and that's not really what I want to see yet. So we'll just have to see. We've been making some good trades in through here. We have been in Tesla. We made some option trades and some TSLL leverage ETF trades. So we've been in this position for a while. In fact, we put on a Tesla call vertical. I talked about this over the weekend, and we're up nicely on that. So this is what I mean is we could actually just keep going for a while. It's going to be a little bit challenging to see if we're actually going to get a pullback. If we do, I would imagine we're going to get bought back up. So any dips should be buyable. And as far as Tesla goes, you can see these lines right here. I'm aiming for this area, which would bring us right back to here. So I think we still have plenty of more room generally in the market. I definitely don't think we're getting tapped out or anything. So I definitely think we have more upside, but I'd really love to see a pullback or consolidation before we go. And that's kind of the issue that I'm trying to, figure out as far as these little moves here and there. Reddit is another, so let's see, our DDT, Reddit is another position that we have. Again, it's looking great, but I just kind of feel like we're getting a little bit stretched up here and kind of up into some potential resistance, and we do have earnings coming up. So that's kind of what some of these things are that I do feel like the market's going to go higher, but with these earnings events, you never know what's going to happen with them. And I hate that kind of unknown risk with it unless there's a way that we can go out there and hedge them. So yeah, that's kind of the stuff. And then we can look at Hood. I think I mentioned that one as well. It's been up and doing great. But again, seems like it's getting a little bit up here. This one, maybe they can just go sideways and digest before going higher. That's kind of what I'm talking about, is either the market needs to go sideways and digest or pull back. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see over the next couple days. But hang on to your hats. We've got some very, very big things coming out over the next 2.5 days. And then we'll see what the rest of the week looks like. All right, guys. Well, thanks again. And remember, if you're interested in coming over to the Moxie room, come into simplertrading.com/Moxie. I'm always in the room. It's very active. We're chatting back and forth, and we're putting on trades almost every day. Depends on what the market's doing. We're doing 0DTE day trading. I'm also doing some SPX longer dated options, and we're doing some options here on Tesla as well, plus the leveraged ETF. So we've got kind of the full range of whatever floats your boat out there, and we are taking advantage of this market and really just catching every twist and turn. If you want to get a little bit more familiar with what I'm doing with this market, be sure to look back on YouTube and find my weekend market update we just put out. All right, guys, thanks again, and we'll see you at the next one. Take care. Hey, TG here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like or comment below. Also, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you can stay up to date with my market analysis. Or you can join my free newsletter with the link in the description. Good trading, and I'll see you at the next video.